soul. Run lads, shoot lads, give us all a go. Run lads, shoot lads, you can do it, yes. Come on, Newport County, oh. Bang it in the net.
Rightio then, so welcome to Taff's Words. This is titled The Morning of the First Home Game. Because it is the morning of the first home game. So we're 2 games into the season, both of them have been away, 1 League 2 game, 1 Carabao Cup game. And naturally, first home game of the season, the sun's out, buzzing for it. But are we really? I'm excited for it, but let's just say that my excitement, you know, the flames of my excitement have been very much extinguished by the absolute... how do you word it? I mean, it's negativity. It's ridiculous negativity. It's horrendous negativity. It's absolute fucking pant-wetting, absolute melting pot of an... Oh, how can you describe the absolute shit that you're reading on social media? I mean, I genuinely think, you know, people with stupid opinions should get fucking internet bans. But no, that's wrong, because that's technically fascism, you know, taking away people's free speech, people's right to an opinion. Of course, everyone's got a right to an opinion, but some of the things I read are making my brain fucking hurt. I mean, we are 1 League 2 game into the season. We played away against a newly relegated team and were the better team and did not deserve to lose. If anyone deserved to win that game, it was us. Circumstances. I mean, we went 2 goals down. It was a mad 10 minutes where outside of that 10 minutes, we were the better team. So I'll say for 80 minutes of the 90 minutes, we were the better team. We were punished for the 10 minutes where we let ourselves down. But new team, gelling, new system, fucking, who is expecting instant results from this new system? It's a new era. Try and embrace it and be excited for it and stop looking for the negative all the time. And the thing is, it's not just a few people now. It's seemingly so many people just going straight into it. Negative. Why? Why? Honestly. I mean, people, no, I've pretty much debunked everything this summer that everybody's saying. You know, the only thing I can't debunk is the fact that the manager has no League 2 experience. But how many managers have League 2 experience? Justin Edinburgh didn't have League 2 experience before he took us in to the Football League. He didn't have League 2 experience, but he did well. Michael Flynn had very little managerial experience at all, but did fantastically for us. Graham Coughlin had experience and he did well for us. Ideally, yes, I would have liked Graham Coughlin to still be our manager, but he's not. Hugh Jenkins is putting in a system that turned, you know, a doomed Swansea City. You know, the club itself was doomed. Like I said in a previous video, you know, the Vetch was an old, worn-out ground. You know, Swansea City as a football club were old and worn out. Hugh Jenkins took over, and he's basically doing a similar thing with us. I mean, talking about these players, they're not good enough in League 2. How do you know that? They haven't fucking played in League 2 yet. You know, the ones who haven't played in League 2 before, you're writing them off before they've even barely kicked the ball in League 2. I mean, do you think Hugh Jenkins have just picked these people up off the street? No. Do you think maybe someone with Hugh Jenkins' experience of running a football club may just install some kind of scouting system to identify these players? He knows the style of football he wants to play, and that's always been his plan from day one, right? He needed to get to the summer so we could make the significant personnel changes in the squad so we could apply this new style of football. And people can say it doesn't work in League 2, but I've seen it work, that this kind of thing work plenty in League 2. I've seen really good teams with low budgets get promoted, like Accrington Stanley stand out for me. You know, no standout individual brilliant players, just a fantastic team with a great way of playing football. Very similar to what we're doing now. Crawley, last season, very, very similar. Not saying that we're going to get promoted this season. That's not the aim. I think the aim is a comfortable, get used to the new style, that, you know, make it, stamp it down. It's our style of football, and this is how we're going to play. And then the players come to be a part of that. Now, initially, old, new, come together, learn the style. It's going to take a little bit of time before they get it bang on. But once it clicks, this style could be something, you know, something absolutely amazing. Look, I'm not saying that it's definitely going to work, you know, because like it's untried, it's untested at the moment. Well, it's being tested. But if it clicks, which I think it's going to, you look at Hugh Jenkins' managerial appointments. How often did he get a managerial appointment wrong at Swansea? He knows exactly who he needs to apply the style of football he wants. This is the style of football he wants, and it can be successful. But the thing is, right, mistakes, individual errors, so we've conceded 7 goals, right? Now, I'd say some of these goals are quite unfortunate. You know, I'm not going to hold all of them against the defence, but a lot of them are down to individual errors, yeah? And where do individual errors come from? I mean, for me, individual errors come from mainly a lack of confidence. Now, if you're confident, if you're going out there thinking, right, I could take on the world, yeah, and you really feel it inside, you generally don't tend to make those mistakes. With players who are low in confidence, that can happen. Especially Glennon. I can't imagine his confidence is particularly high at the moment, so I'm expecting he'll play today, and I'm really hoping for him that he gets a really good performance under his belt so it improves his confidence, because what kind of confidence do you expect our players to have when, before they've even kicked a competitive ball, their own fans are writing them off? Their own fans are calling them crap. You know, they're not good enough to play for Newport County. They've never played for Newport County, so how do you know? But if you're that player, remember, I'm a human being. You watching right now, you're a human being. Those players are exactly the same. They're human beings. They're subjected to the same, you know, changes of, you know, feelings and emotions as what we are. You know, they're subjected to the same, you know, physical deterioration, like when they're running around a fucking football pitch, kicking a ball for 90 minutes. Do you understand what I mean? They are human beings. They're not machines. They're not designed to please us. Yes, they're being paid a wage to play football, and they have to hit a level of performance. That's football for you. But as supporters, not people who are going to hinder them. As supporters, get behind them, encourage them. Because if you turn around to Anthony Glennon and oh mate, you're shit, you shouldn't be playing for Newport County, he's going to go in that game. What did you think his emotional state would be if a bunch of people told him he's shit and he's not good enough to play for the club, and they're his own supporters? What would you be? Think about that. If you go to him, say, look mate, I know things haven't gone your way the last couple of games, but I believe in you. Come on, get stuck in there today. What do you think the difference would be for you if that was you? It's going to encourage you. That's going to make you think, oof, right, okay, no, these people are behind me. They believe in me. I want to do it for them. And he'll get that confidence. Now, I'm not saying to go all out and lick his ass or whatever. You know, that's not the case. But get behind him and the rest of them. You know, the manager, the coaching staff, you know, the new players, the old players. Get behind them. It's, like I say, it's a new era. It's a new, you know, it's a new style for Newport County. It's a new identity. Embrace it, because Swansea fans embraced it, and now look at them, or look at what they've had. I'm not saying that we're going to get that. We might never leave League Two, but to tell you something, we'll have a reputation for playing an attractive brand of football. You know, people will want to join Newport County. Good players will want to join Newport County because, oh, I fancy a bit of that. They play some great football. I think I could add something to that. Great, get them in. You know, if they could add something, great. When it comes to getting loan players, if we are going to look at loan players ever, you know, you look at that style of football. Wow, you know, like your Liverpool's, Man United's, you know, Arsenal's and all that. They're looking at Newport County is oh wow, they play a really good brand of football down there. That's the kind of place I want to send our top prospects to learn, so they can adapt to that kind of football. Do you understand where I'm coming from now? You know, there's method behind this so-called madness, but the thing is, right, I don't know, right, if people are genuine about their negativity or whether they think because it's become somewhat trendy to be a negative prick online about your own football club, I don't know whether it's a fish for likes. Like, I want to say something so outrageous about my own football club that I want a load of people to like it. Or if I stir up a bit of backlash, then I'm going to get a kick out of that, you know? So basically, with a lot of the comments I'm seeing, it's people trying to out-twat the last idiotic comment, you know, by saying something even fucking worse. Yeah, so the long and short of it, right, today we should be very excited. Let's just say that those, you know, the flames of those excitement have been extinguished by the shit, and I call it absolute shit, that I've had to read online, you know, our own so-called supporters saying shit about our club, about our owner, about our manager, about our players, and they played one League Two game. Just one League Two game. There's 45 League Two games left, and there's people already saying that we're going to get relegated because of we lost 4-1 away in a cup game against a team in a higher division who played a strong team, by the way, and we played a much weaker team than what we played on Saturday. Go figure. And their striker, I can't remember his bloody name now, but the striker that run it all, the black guy with the light hair, probably should be championship level, to be honest with you. Possibly might be by the end of the transfer window, unless he's a new signing, and if so, Leighton Orient could have a good season if they keep him fit. So he ran the show, basically. 4-1. Stockport lost 6-1 at home against a team in a division above. Now you can say, oh yeah, but that was Blackburn though. Yeah, but this is Stockport in League One, who are fancied to do well in League One. And they lost at home. Sorry, bit of bacon in my mouth for my breakfast. Sorry about that. Yeah, so 6-1 at home against a team in a division above. Do you think their fans are wetting their knickers like you lot are? No, absolutely not. Now, okay, they may have gone up with, you know, a bit of confidence, you know, because they got promoted. I think they were champions, weren't they, as well? So they've gone up with a bit of confidence, with a bit of, you know, momentum is the word I was looking for. There we go. A bit of momentum. So with us, we're in the unknown at the moment. But the Cheltenham game, if you actually watched the game and didn't look at the fucking scoreboard, if you watch the play, you can see that we're onto something here. I mean, Aaron Wildig is going to be really important in that. The way he was playing the balls around, the movement, you know, Bobby Camwa is going to be a very exciting player. I mean, it's a shame about Cargbo, a real shame, because the way he put himself about, you're thinking, bloody hell, he's going to cause some problems for defences in League Two this season. We could have him out for 3 months, which is a fucking shame. But he will come back. I'd like to think there's 2, maybe 3 signings coming based on the press conference prior to this game. I'm thinking a centre-back and another forward. But someone who's adaptable, someone who can play in the centre, but also on either side. Because once Cargbo comes back, this player's potentially going to be moved into a different position. But look, either way, you know, we've got some good players. We got some, like I said, scouted players. A lot of these signings were done. The younger ones, the signings were done by the end of last season. They were done. They were all agreed. Practically every one of them. I think Cargbo and Camwa were pretty much the only ones that were sort of done during the summer. All the rest of them, by all accounts, were done before. So how would we have been able to see whether they were good enough to play in our division? You know, we didn't just think, oh, he's had a good season. You know, like Greaves scored in his debut, by the way. Greaves down in Mickletover scored 20 odd goals. Oh, yeah, he's had a good enough season. Okay, we'll take a punt on him. Do you think someone might have watched him? Maybe? Yeah? Yeah, I think so. I think someone watched him a few times and thought, yeah, he's got what it takes to play in League Two. And then the same goes for Spellman. The same goes for Kai Whitmore. The same will go for Cameron Antwi, who I think looked fantastic against Cheltenham. I was a bit disappointed he didn't play a proper part in the Leyton Orient game. But look, I mean, there's a lot to be excited about. I mean, the defence looks a bit rocky. The thing is, it's better to get the defensive issues identified and sorted early rather than something to appear later in the season. You know, it's better to have the defensive issues now. Like, right, this is why you conceded these 7 goals in these last 2 games, because you did this. Learn from it. Improve on it. Be stronger with it. Come on. I mean, do you actually think that they just turn up the training and just play ping pong and eat bananas and apples and pasta and chicken and fish and just sit there, you know, talking amongst themselves? Or do you actually physically think they're doing something to improve their game? Every day they go into training, they're doing something to better their own personal abilities and the game that they play for Newport County. So, come on, guys, just grab a bit of perspective, grab a bit of logic, and actually understand how football works. You know, I mean, the big thing is the depth. Now, first of all, the transfer window's not over yet, and they are identifying players. And Nelson has even said 2, maybe 3. You know, I think there's going to be two more players that come in, and I'm hoping it's a centre back and a forward. I'm hoping so. If there is a third, I'd like for there to be a good cover for left back. You know, because Glennon needs a bit of competition as well. That's another thing that could improve his game. I think Glennon coming forward looked absolutely fantastic, by the way. But people don't look at that. They'll point straight to the negative. 2 goals against Cheltenham came down his side. Okay, but, you know, a lot of things would down his side. A lot of Cheltenham's attacks were led down the flank by Liam Payne. And he's not going to stop every single ball from coming in. But he slipped on the one and gave the space for him to get into a better position. That was just unfortunate. The first one, he could have maybe done better, but then it took a 3rd shot at goal before they actually scored. The ball just kept going back to them. So I'm not going to get on top of Glennon that badly, but like I said, get behind them. Tell them you believe in them. You know, give them a bit of encouragement, because they're human beings. How do you react between criticism or encouragement? Now, constructive criticism, but the thing is, you've got to know, you know, you've got to know the game to be able to offer constructive criticism, because how can you tell a professional football player where they're going wrong when you haven't played professional football yourself? Do you understand what I mean? But anyway, look, I've babbled on for ages. I could babble on all bloody day, so I'm going to finish getting ready. It's almost time for me to get out the door. So, look, everybody, let's have a great day. Let's make a great atmosphere, and let's try and keep it going for the season and get behind this new era. Yeah? Great stuff. Thanks for watching. And as always, you know, your viewing is always appreciated. Like, subscribe, everything like that. You know, you do anything like that helps this channel. You know, it's always massively appreciated. Obviously, we appreciate the support as the Amber Army group. So, yeah, get more people watching as well. You know, get some comments in. Tell me what you'd like to be discussed in future, and I'll discuss it. I swear to God, I will. You know, you raise a topic for discussion, and I'll put a video out about it. All right? Thanks again, guys. Yeah, cheerio for now, and as always, up the county.